Good morning, everybody. This is Jonathan Tatan Gonzalez from Tronics Travels and Eats, and we're back at it. I know we haven't posted any content for a couple of weeks. We've been going through some stuff, but we're back at it. Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. And we're back at it. As you can see right behind me, we're in my favorite city to visit. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this beautiful morning, we're gonna do some content for you guys. I know we did a video on cheap eats on the Las Vegas Strip and you guys blew it up. So we're gonna continue with that kind of content and that series. We're also gonna review some hotels. We're gonna review the Mandalay Bay. We already have a review for the Excalibur. We're gonna try to do a review for the Luxor and some hotels up on the northern side of the Strip as well. But this video, this morning, we're gonna do on cheap breakfast options that you can get here in Las Vegas, not just on the Strip, but everywhere in Las Vegas. So if this is your first time watching one of my videos, my name is Jonathan. I do food and travel content. Please consider subscribing. Make sure you hit the like button so everybody you know can see this kind of video, this kind of content. Maybe if you're visiting Las Vegas and don't know what to get, this will be a good idea of where to go, what kind of food to eat, where to stay, and you can get an honest opinion from a guy who loves coming here because he's been here numerous times. Now, today I am staying at the Excalibur. A lot of people do knock it, saying it's one of the cheaper end motels and it's on a bad side of the Strip and it's no good and it's run down. It is one of the oldest motels. I think it might be actually the oldest. I believe it was built in 1993. But I love it. It was the first hotel I ever stayed at first time I ever came to Vegas. I love the whole castle theme. I love the themed hotels. And that's something that I wish would come back here in Las Vegas. So anyways, without further ado, we're gonna start this video and we're headed off to Planet Hollywood, the Miracle Mile shops, because there's a couple of breakfast options that we're gonna show you there. All right, guys, so we have made it. We're right inside of the Miracle Mile shops, and there's actually two places here that we're gonna show you. We did talk about these two places on our last video of cheap eats in Las Vegas. These two places are called La Salsa Cantina, and then the second one, it's called Blondies. They both offer a similar cheap breakfast, which is $5.99 or $6.99. It's supposed to come with eggs, bacon or sausage, toast, and hash browns. So we're gonna order some of that for you, show you guys what we got, and let you guys judge for yourselves. Now, as you can see, the mall or the Miracle Mile shop is quite empty right now. It's super early. It's about 8:20 in the morning. The restaurants do open at 8 in the morning, but most of the businesses don't open till 9 or 10, which is why you see it being quite empty. Now, there's other breakfast options that are also very cheap that we're gonna show you guys later on in this video. Everything from $7.99, $9.99, everything that's under 20 bucks. We're gonna try and show you guys. And again, not every single location is on the Strip. Some of these will be off the Strip. And the two places we're going to today are gonna be next to the theater down that way. When you come into the Miracle Mile shop, it's gonna be towards the back of it. So you are gonna have to do a little bit of walking, but it's worth the walk. All right, again, so we're about to get to our destinations. And one thing that I talked about in our previous video of the cheap eats, I did say the one cool thing that I liked about the Miracle Mile shops is the decor. It makes it look like you're outdoors when in reality you're inside. So once again, we're right in front of the V Theater and we have reached our first location, which is Blondies. All right, everybody, so we just got our table. It was very, very quick to get the table because as you can see, it's quite empty. It's very slow. There are a lot of people here having breakfast, but I'll tell you this. It's not a whole bunch of younger people. It's most people like my age, a little bit older. Let me adjust the camera here a bit. Here we go. And their breakfast special here is $5.99. Now there are two different options that you can go with. You can go with the traditional breakfast, which is gonna be your eggs, potatoes, and a choice of sausage or bacon. I don't believe it comes with toast. And the other option that you can get is the breakfast burrito, which is what we ended up going with today. And that's gonna be, it has eggs, cheese, potatoes, sour cream, and salsa. And that is also $5.99, which in my opinion, it's dirt cheap for being right on the strip. All right, now here at Blondies, they don't only have that breakfast special, they actually have a full breakfast menu that you can see here. And they have everything from ham and eggs, breakfast tacos, breakfast quesadillas. They have something called loco moco, which looks like a breakfast sandwich, kind of like a biscuit, eggs, meat, all kinds of stuff, steak and eggs. And they have day drinker specials. That right there. Where is that? Yep, day drinker special right there. So you can get in, you can come get a Bloody Mary for only $1.99. They have other drinks for $4.99. Mimosas for 11 bucks. That's only from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. After that, they go back to normal pricing. They have a mega michelada, which is 24 ounces. That's only $15.99. They have bottle of champagne, yellow label, and $2 Bud Light drafts from 7 in the morning to 11. So a draft beer is only $2 here at that time. So if you want to take a little bit of the hangover off, or maybe, you know, help out a little bit and you want to get a drink, you can come get a Bloody Mary with your breakfast, or you can get a draft of Bud Light for only $2. The Bloody Mary is $1.99. But they also have something that's really cool here. All you can drink mimosas for 20 bucks. I'm not a drinker myself, but boom, right there. All you can drink mimosas. Apparel spritz, mimosas, both of those are all you can drink for $20. And again, that is from 7 in the morning to 11 in the morning only. So if you want to cure your hangover, this is definitely a good place to come do that. So our food just got here. Thank you, sir. Our food just got here, and I gotta tell you, man, this thing is, for $5.99, this thing is huge. Check it out. Man, this thing is huge. Just for perspective, look at that. It's almost as tall as my head. Look at that guy. They're cut in half. About the size of my forearm almost? That is insane. It's huge. They cut it in half for you. And man, check this out. Again, it comes with eggs, sausage, potato, cheese, salsa, and sour cream. I asked for it with no salsa and no sour cream because I just don't like that. But man, for $5.99, this thing is amazing. This thing is huge. Now, usually when something, we're just gonna add a little bit of salt. And I personally like ketchup. So we're gonna do just a little line of ketchup on top here. There we go. So usually when something is this big and they give you that much food for such a low cost, usually the quality is not there. I'm not gonna lie, this is my very first time trying the breakfast special here at Blondies. We're also gonna go to Salsa Cantina, which I have had the breakfast there before. It was fairly decent. But This is our first time trying the breakfast special at Blondies, $5.99 breakfast burrito. Here we go. It is very decent. Okay? Not the best breakfast burrito I've ever had, but it's definitely not the worst. It's very basic as far as just the egg, potatoes, sausage, and cheese. But for $5.99, you can't beat that. Yes, thank you. Very decent flavor. I'll tell you this about Blondies, the customer service is great. I've been sitting here, I want to say no more than 10 minutes altogether. We got sat right away. The hostess was super friendly. I asked for a table in a corner where it wasn't as noisy, and they accommodated right off the top. And the waitress came over within minutes, offered me the drink, which we got ourselves a nice Dr. Pepper. They gave us a menu. We made our order. I want to say maybe 3 minutes later the food came out. And I haven't even been eating or been here for 5 minutes, and already 2 different people have come by to make sure everything was okay and wanted to know if I needed anything else. So the customer service so far, from what I've seen, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. This breakfast burrito is amazing. For $5.99, you're not gonna beat that. All right, guys, so that was it. We just got our bill, and I wanted to show you guys. Here's what it is. Again, the burrito was $5.99, and here is a bill. As you can see, the total is actually $12.49. Now you might be thinking, it was only $6 for the burrito, but I gotta tell you, the drink, the Dr. Pepper, was $4.99. So it's still not a bad deal at all. With tip, I'm probably gonna be looking at about $15 for a burrito that size, a nice cold drink in a nice area on the strip. $15 is nothing. Make sure you check it out yourselves. All right, guys, so that was the breakfast special here at Blondies. Would I recommend it? Definitely. You don't have to be staying at the Planet Hollywood, which is where the Miracle Mile shops are at. You don't have to be staying here to be able to enjoy this. So this is open to the public, so you can come from anywhere in Vegas and come have breakfast here. You can either take an Uber, or they do have self parking here, which you have to pay for. But a good way to avoid those fees is to get your Players Club card. And a lot of times, if you gamble at these properties, they'll waive those fees for you, depending on how much you gamble. So that's something that I'm gonna share with you guys on another video on how to save money in Vegas. Get the Players Club card. But we're gonna move on to our second location, which is right across from Blondies, and it's called La Salsa Cantina. Check it out. All right, so we already reached our second location. It's literally right across from Blondies, and this is La Salsa Cantina. Alright guys, so we did get our table already. Again, I'm not surprised, but I'm happy that the customer service is amazing. We got sat literally right away. We didn't have to wait in line at all. It's still fairly empty here in the Miracle Mile shops. It's still quite early. I'm sure a lot of people are still waking up. And here at the Salsa Cantina, they also have the breakfast special. It's $6.99. It's 2 eggs, any style, and you can have it with either ham, bacon, or sausage. It does come with flour or corn tortillas and Southwest potatoes. And you do have the option to add in toast. That's only $1 extra. And you can substitute for egg whites also for $1. And you can add a side of salsa for 50 cents. So not only do they have the breakfast special, but they do have a full breakfast menu as well. But that is a special. But they have everything, guys. Um, they have breakfast drinks. They have omelets. They have steak and eggs, chicken fried steak, French toast, Southway skillets, chicken fajita, chilaquiles, Mexican scramble, uh, breakfast sampler, uh, biscuits and gravy, a breakfast burrito like they do across what we had for breakfast in the previous scene there. But their breakfast burrito here is $11.95. Um, and it's a little bit above what we're trying to show you. We're gonna stick with their breakfast special, which is $6.99. But something really cool here that they have again to cure the hangover. There we go, 99-cent Bloody Marys. Now, again, I'm not a drinker, but I think that is an amazing deal. 99 cents for a Bloody Mary. So we're gonna go ahead and order the breakfast special. In this case, we're gonna order the plate, not the burrito, and we're gonna show you what that looks like. All right, the young lady, the waitress, came by and took our order. Amazing service. I asked a number of questions about the menu, and we ended up going, like I said, with the breakfast special. I originally was gonna get it with ham, but I asked her, hey, what's more popular? And she said they always get the bacon. So we changed it. We got the 2 scrambled eggs with bacon and the Southwest potatoes, and they do give you an option of flour or corn tortillas. And I was kind of like, which one should I go for? And she said, we can give you one of each. So that's what we did. We're gonna try 1 corn and 1 flour. So customer service is great, very accommodating, and we got a glass of water to drink on this occasion. And as soon as our food gets here, we're gonna show you what that looks like. All right, guys, and we just got our food. Check this out. Man, that is an amazingly very good serving for $6.99. I'm not gonna lie. There's plenty of potatoes, plenty of egg. The bacon looks crispy as heck. Man, my mouth watered right just really quick. And I really love the fact that she took care of us and we got 1 flour and we got 1 corn tortilla. That way we can try both options. Man, this is a very good serving for this price. Look at that. That is a lot of food for that price. Little bit of salt. We're just gonna add a little bit of ketchup to the eggs and the potatoes. A little bit of pepper on this one. And we're gonna give it a shot. So, getting our utensils here. Now, again, as I mentioned before, a lot of times on food this cheap, the quality is not that good. But I have a feeling that this one's gonna be fairly decent. First of all, we're gonna try the potatoes. Basic potato, a little bit of ketchup on it. Not the best, not the worst, but the one thing I would have liked is that if they were a little bit crispier. They're a little, I don't want to say soggy, but it almost feels like you got this at a buffet. You know, they have a big pot with all the potatoes and you just scoop some up and they're just a little bit like, not saying maybe they should have made them to order, but you can definitely taste that, the fact that they've been ready for quite some time. Not a bad potato. I personally like them crispier, but fairly decent for $6.99. Now we're gonna try the eggs. I can tell you these are not cracked eggs. They're not shelled eggs. They're probably one of those type of eggs that come already pre-beaten up or stirred or scrambled, I mean, sorry, in liquid form, and they just make them a bunch at a time. But let's try them out. Here's the eggs. I could tell they're not fresh cracked eggs, but I gotta say, still pretty decent. Pretty good. I'm not sure who their vendor is for the scrambled eggs, but it's fairly decent. We're gonna try a little bit of the corn tortilla. We're gonna get a little bit of the egg. Just a little bit of egg on it. And maybe a potato on it. We're gonna make ourselves a miniature taco to try out the corn tortilla. Just as I imagined. The tortilla has a little bit of a aftertaste to it. Not bad, but where I live in Yuma, Arizona, we're really close to the border. So, with Mexico. So we get very authentic tortillas, both flour and corn over there. So I could tell these are not as authentic. They get the job done, but has a little bit of an aftertaste. Now we're gonna try this delicious looking bacon. Okay, my son Oliver would love this because he likes the crispy bacon. Man, that thing! I hope you can hear it crunch. Let's see if you can hear it. Whew. Here you go, bacon. By far, that is the best thing on the plate. I'm not saying the eggs or the potatoes are bad. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying the clear winner is the bacon. That bacon is super crispy. Very good taste. Pretty thick cut. They definitely nailed it on the bacon. Again, for $6.99, you get 4 different things. You get tortillas, you get eggs, you get potatoes, and you get your choice of either bacon, ham, or sausage. We went with bacon. So, tortillas, not my favorite. I'll probably give it a 5 out of 10 because they get the job done, but they do have a little bit of an aftertaste to it. Not a bad thing, it's just the tortillas that I'm used to back home are way different. So that's the only reason. But they're not bad by any means. The eggs I'll give a 7 out of 10. Decent. They must have a good quality pre-scrambled an egg mixture that they just cook to order. If they were to use shelled eggs, I'm sure it would be a way better tasting. But this is pretty decent. 7 out of 10. Potatoes. Again, not my favorite. I wish they would have been a little bit crispier for my taste. But some of these are actually a little bit on the older side. Still a decent potato, but I'm gonna give that a 4 out of 10. The bacon, and these guys, $10 out of 10. The bacon brings up the total. Overall, I would give this plate probably a 7 out of 10 overall. And the bacon is what brings it out. But I'll tell you this, for $6.99, you're not gonna beat that. $6.99 is an excellent price for the stuff that you're getting here. So we're gonna pay our bill, show you what that was. All right, guys, we just got our bill. We want to show it to you. So we only got a water to drink this time around, so our bill is a lot less. Again, the breakfast is $6.99. After tax and everything, is $7.79. With tip, we're gonna be looking at around $10 altogether, which again is not a bad deal for eating breakfast. This quality on the strip, you're not gonna beat that. Okay, so another great option for you guys, La Salsa Cantina at the Miracle Mile shop. We're gonna move on to our next location. All right, guys, there's another location here at the Miracle Mile shop that we're not gonna eat right now, but we have eaten at before, usually for lunch. But I just came and looked. This is called Ocean One. Okay, this is another restaurant option here at the Miracle Mile shops, and they do have a breakfast menu, and they also have a breakfast special, a 2x special, which was potatoes, toast, eggs, and your choice of ham, bacon, or sausage, and it's also $5.99. But they're mostly known for, from what I can tell, is their omelets, which start at $8.99. Okay, you can look at the menu here. Starting at $8.99, the omelets, and they have everything from just the classic cheese, spinach, garden, Tex-Mex. They also have different things like poached eggs, pancakes, waffles, French toast, salmon, biscuits and gravy, a whole bunch of different options. But another really cool thing that they have a special going on. It's 3 cocktails for only $12, which is $4 a cocktail. And if you're drinking at any one of the bars in there, you're probably looking at about $15 per drink. So 3 for 12 is definitely a great deal. And they have breakfast starting at $5.99, lunch starting at $5.99, and dinner starting at $9.99. Again, this is at the Ocean One Bar and Grill. You're at the Miracle Mile shop. Definitely come check it out. All right, guys, so we have made it to our next destination on the cheap breakfast list here in Las Vegas. This place we've been to numerous times. Me and my family come here all the time because they're known for one of their specials. It's a steak and egg special. It used to be $7.99. Now I believe it's $9.99. But this is the Village Inn Pub. Now, I have come here numerous times. Me and my family found this on another YouTube video, actually. We come here a lot because the breakfast is really, really cheap and it's really, really good. The portions are humongous. And it's very, very good flavors. All right, guys, so this place is known for their steak and egg special. Now, it used to be $7.99, but with, the economy, it went up to $9.99, and right now it's $14.99. So it almost doubled in price since I first came here a couple of years ago. But I gotta tell you, it's well worth it. For $14.99 steak and eggs, you can't beat that at all. But they don't only have that, they have a number of breakfast options for you. They have appetizers that you can get. And they have a burger that my son has got before, and they call it the hangover burger. So we've been talking about, places that have Bloody Marys or breakfast unlimited or 99 cents or really cheap cocktails when you're having food with them. But their hangover burger, it's a half a pound patty. It has bacon, fried egg, cheddar cheese, fried pickle, onion ring, and it is topped with Bloody Mary mayo on a brioche bun. Bloody Mary mayo. Man. Probably a cure for the hangover. That's why they call it the hangover burger, right? But they have a number of stuff for lunch. For breakfast also, they have, ham and eggs, ham steak and eggs, chicken fried steak and eggs, 2 eggs any style, chicken fried steak. They have omelets, They have specialties like meat lover skillet, biscuits and gravy, cinnamon vanilla French toast. That one my daughter has had, and it was delicious. A lot of food. Loaded breakfast sandwich, country eggs Benedict, buttermilk pancakes. The pancakes are huge too, if I recall correctly. If I recall correctly, the pancakes are huge. And you know what? The food already came out. I haven't been sitting here for more than 5 minutes. First thing I noticed right away is the customer service. The host was very, very friendly. She sat us literally right away. Luckily, there was no line. Most of the time, there's a pretty decent line here because of the breakfast is so cheap and it's so good. One thing I will say about the plate that I just received, it's uh, it's looking good. Check it out. And I'm telling you, this looks delicious. I cannot wait to bite into it. Look at this. And this thing is beautiful. Now, I will tell you this. I can tell that the steak is a way smaller portion than it was before. Or maybe it's just this particular one I got. It does seem a little bit longer, but it is thinner. Um, I don't know how many ounces it is, but usually for the price, it's a very, very decent cut of steak. It's not gonna be the best steak you've ever had, but it's definitely very, very good. Country potatoes, scrambled eggs. We're just gonna add a little bit of salt. I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper to my potatoes. And little little bit of ketchup. And I love that I don't have to ask for this. It's already on the table. A1 steak sauce. I love A1 steak sauce. Maybe they could sponsor one of my videos. A1 steak sauce for all your steak needs. That's my try at getting a sponsorship from A1. And cannot wait. And it does come with steak, potatoes, eggs, and toast. You get an option between, white wheat, sourdough, rye. I always go with sourdough. And to drink, I got us a nice Arnold Palmer. Very big cups here too. Very big cups. So very rarely do I ever have to ask for a refill. But if I do need a refill, I'm sure it'll come quick because, like I said, the customer service here, I noticed, was great. The waitress, she came by. She let us hold on to their menu because we wanted to show you guys what it was. And I placed the order, and not even 5 minutes, the food came out. It's super quick service. Right, I don't know if it's because it's not, there's a lot of people in the restaurant, but it's not as packed as other times. So here we go. We're gonna try the scrambled eggs by themselves first. Here you go. I was gonna say these are not cracked eggs, but I'm not so sure anymore. I thought they were gonna be those, like egg beaters or whatever they're called, that they already come scrambled in a can, or like in a milk can or something, and then they just pour it onto the griddle to make it. But they might be cracked eggs. Honestly, don't know. I can't really tell. But pretty decent. It's eggs. I like that I added a little bit of salt and pepper. It gives it a good flavor. A little bit of ketchup. Very, very decent eggs. Okay. Now we're gonna give a shot to the potatoes. The one thing I didn't like about the other places we went to is that the potatoes were a little bit soggy. They seemed like they'd been sitting in a pot for a while. But let's try the country potatoes here at the Puff Cafe. Same. I'm sure because they're so busy and most of these plates come with the country potatoes, they probably make a nice big batch and they just have it there ready to make. That's probably why the plate came out so quick, because they have a lot of this stuff pre-made. Now, it is not bad by any means. Very well seasoned, but I'm not saying it's bad. For me, I wish it were a little bit hotter and a little bit crispier. But that's me. That's my taste. Now we're gonna give the steak a try. I asked for my steak to be cooked medium, so we're gonna see how they did. Here we go. You can see it's a light pink center. This seems to me more like a. Oh, it's quite medium, pretty good. Got a little bit of A1 sauce on it, as you can see right there. And let's give it a shot. Delicious. You're not even gonna get this at your Denny's or IHOP anymore. Steak is cooked very well seasoned. It's very nice and tender. And A1 just takes it to that next level for me. Some of you guys might not like A1. You might like Heinz 57 or some other steak sauce, but I love A1. And this steak is nice and tender, cooked just the way I ordered it. The eggs are good. The potatoes are good. I would have liked them a little bit crispier and hotter. But even the sourdough, it's a nice 2 slices of toast. It already comes buttered, which I love. Nice and crispy, toasted to order. Can't go wrong. So that was the food here at Village Pub Cafe inside of the Ellis Island Casino, which again is about half a mile off the strip on Cobalt Avenue. Their steak and egg special, $14.99. All right, so I've been rating the other places, so let me give this one a rate. Eggs, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. They're pretty decent. I thought I was gonna be able to taste that they were pre-scrambled eggs, but it doesn't seem that way. I still can't tell. They're pretty good, and a lot of it. That's way more than 2 eggs. The potatoes, 4 out of 10. Not because they're bad, it's just they're not to my liking. Like I said, I like them crispier and I like hot, super hot. But they definitely have good flavor, so 4 out of 10. The steak, not the best steak you've ever had, but I'm sure it's gonna be one of the best $14.99 steaks in Vegas that you've had, okay? I will give the steak an 8.5 out of 10. Overall, the plate, I would say, is about a 7 out of 10. Definitely worth a 15-minute drive. From any of the hotels on the strip, you could come here and get this breakfast special. So that was food here at Village Pub Cafe inside of the Ellis Island Casino. And we're gonna go on to the next one. All right, guys, and we have made it to our next location. This is a place that is on the northern side of the strip, right next to the Stratosphere. And this is the Aztec Inn Casino. Now here at the Aztec Inn Casino, they have a small restaurant. As soon as you come in, it's on your right hand side, just a couple of tables, and it's a very small gambling casino right in front of the Stratosphere. And they do have a full breakfast menu. They got your steak and eggs. They got a plate called the Godfather, which is a burger, a Wagyu burger. Breakfast steak bites, a Monte Cristo sandwich, which sounds pretty good, and the French toast Philly. Actually, all of those are $15.99, which is not a bad deal at all. Okay, and they also have another express breakfast menu, which goes from 7 in the morning to 2 p.m. And that has pretty much everything you would see at a normal restaurant. You know, your let's see, the special breakfast, Western omelet, ultimate omelet, fajita omelet, breakfast burrito, Philly steak breakfast burrito, breakfast grilled sandwich, pancakes, waffles, fruit salad, bagels, and they also have a lunch menu in the back, which has your appetizers. They have Thai food, American food, soups, drinks. I mean, it's a pretty wide variety. This is my first time ever here, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with their menu. I haven't tried any of the food yet, but we're gonna see. But we are here because they have a breakfast special as well for $5. It's 2 eggs, toast, and bacon. So that's what we're gonna try, and here's what it. So that's what we're gonna try, and we'll see how that goes. All right, guys, and our food just got here. Check this out. Well, as you can see, it's super basic. They even give it to you in a paper plate. Okay, I'm assuming that's the way they keep the costs so low. Now, again, the plate only does come with eggs, toast, and only wheat. You can't change the bread choice. Only wheat. And you get a choice between ham, bacon, sausage, or hash brown. We ended up going with ham, but we like hash browns, so we ordered a side of hash browns, thinking it was gonna be what you see at every other place, but no, they give you one of these. This is the hash brown, kind of like a McDonald's one, which I am totally okay with. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing we've done with every other place. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. We gotta add a little bit of ketchup. Overall, the presentation is, I would say, non-existent. I mean, what do you expect for $5, right? But it doesn't look bad at all. I can tell you these eggs are the pre-mixed ones that they would use like at a buffet or something. They are not shelled or cracked eggs. But let's give it a shot. Here we go. Here, this is the $5 breakfast special at the Aztec Inn Casino. Eggs. Basic eggs. They're definitely not shelled or cracked. They're not fresh eggs, but they're not bad. Very well cooked. Definitely need the salt and pepper. But once you add the salt and pepper, it's great. Let's try this here, hash brown. Now, one thing that I love these kind of hash browns, and I have to say my favorite hash brown of this kind is McDonald's, because it tastes just like the hash brown. A lot of these places usually sell other stuff like French fries, curly fries, egg rolls, tacos, onion rings, jalapeno poppers, a whole bunch of stuff. And they fry everything in the same oil. So when you get that hash brown in the morning, unless it's brand new oil, you're gonna taste everything else in that hash brown. I gotta tell you, this hash brown here, is not brand new oil. I could taste egg rolls with the hash brown. Doesn't make it taste bad. It's not bad by any means. But I always get a kick out of how I can taste the other food that they fry in that same oil. It's a very unique option, not something I would expect to see at a restaurant. That kind of hash brown. That's more of a fast food hash brown. Now, they do give you 2 little pieces of ham steak. So let's try that out. Here we go. There's a nice little piece of ham. Aztec Inn Casino. Gotta say, I'm surprised. For that cheap of a price, I thought it was gonna be very low quality ham. It's not super premium ham, but it's very, very good. Very, very good. Honestly, way better than I expected. Now, we're gonna try a little bit of the toast. I like putting it as if it were almost like a sandwich. Toast. Let me try it by itself first. Wheat bread, classic. A little bit of ham. And we're gonna do a little bit on top, a little bit of egg. This is your super basic breakfast, but for $5, you can't go wrong. It's actually gonna be more like $7 for us because we did order the side of hash brown. And we got a Dr. Pepper to drink. But this is definitely a good option, especially if you're in this area. Resorts World, Circus, Fountain Blue, or the Strat, it's right close to you guys if you're in that area. Or you can drive here or get an Uber. You know, it's a $5 breakfast. Very, very decent for the price. So, giving it a rating, the toast is toast. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. The eggs, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Not that bad. Pretty average. The hash brown, 6 out of 10. It might have been a little bit higher if I didn't taste the other stuff that they fry in the oil. But the clear winner here, in my opinion, is the ham. The ham is a good 7.5 out of 10. So, overall, as a plate, presentation, 2 out of 10. It's super basic. But overall, the plate, I would give it a 6.5 altogether. Definitely worth a try. And especially if you come with a big group. If you're, one person is $5-7. But if you have a wife, yourself, 2 or 3 kids at any other restaurant, even like a Denny's or an IHOP, the prices are gonna add up fairly quick. You come here, this will definitely feed a younger child. It feeds me myself because I have a surgery that I can't eat a whole lot, but this will get you by, okay? So if you have, 5 people in your party, you can spend $25 plus drinks and tip. You're probably looking at about $35. versus going to a restaurant or maybe in your hotel, you're gonna spend upwards of 100, 120. So definitely a very good option to try. And let's go on to the next one. Hey guys, and we have made it to our final stop on the cheap breakfast tour from Las Vegas. Again, not every restaurant is on the strip, but this is another cheap place to eat in Las Vegas. It's about 20 minutes away from the strip, but I'm told it's worth a drive, and we are here at Fat Boy Homestyle Restaurant. Alright guys, so as you can see, the place is quite small. There's literally only 4 tables with 2 chairs each where you can sit down and enjoy your food. I have noticed that most of the people that come in get their food to go. But the place specifically was highly recommended by the valet at the hotel where I was staying at Excalibur. I was telling him about what we were doing, and he recommended you have to check that place out. And they do sell hamburgers and sandwiches. Now, as far as for sandwiches, they have ham and cheese, ham, egg and cheese, bacon, egg and cheese, and for sandwiches, and they have breakfast burritos as well. So we ended up going with a breakfast burrito, which comes with potatoes, eggs, cheese, and a meat of your choice, which could be ham, sausage, bacon, or chorizo. We went ahead and went with chorizo. So the burrito itself is $6.49, but if you get it in a combo, it's about $10.49, and it comes with fries and drinks. So that's what we did. Correction: the breakfast burrito combo is $11.17 with a fountain drink and fries. If you get the burrito itself, it's quite cheap, but even the combo is pretty cheap price as itself. And here's what it looks like. Well, as I mentioned, guys, most of the food here is actually ordered to go. So because of that, they give you everything in a bag, in a brownie bag, and there is no plates, as you can see. But everything looks good so far. This burrito is pretty decent size. Almost a little bit more than half of my forearm. And gotta tell you, it looks pretty good. So here you go. I'll tell you this. They're keeping true to their name. Home style restaurant. This burrito tastes exactly like it would taste if I had made it at home. There's just the right amount of chorizo, egg, cheese, potatoes. It tastes homemade. So they're keeping true to their name. And for their price, great options. Let's try the fries here. Gonna dip it in a little bit of ranch. Fries are fries, but it's a very good side to get with your burrito. So once again, guys, those were the cheap eats when you come to Vegas. Thank you guys for watching the video. We hope you give us a like, share, and subscribe. Also, when you give us a like on this video, it helps the algorithm so we appear in more people's homepage on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching the video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Try all of these places and let them know you saw this video on Tronics Travels and Eats. And don't forget, travel, eat, sleep, and repeat. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next one.